The Lynette Brown Show. This be the Lynette Brown Show.
She's always ready and on time.
The Lynette Brown Show.
When you got something that's on your mind.
The Lynette Brown Show.
Whatever you got going on, she knows the deal.
The Lynette Brown Show.
Where we always keep it real.
Good morning and welcome to the LBS, the hottest, the biggest, the baddest talk show of the South. Whew, I am the fiery diva, keeping the airwaves hot on your favorite station. Thank you guys for tuning in with me once again. You've got many options, but you decided to come back with me, and I do appreciate it. Today we're going to be talking with Miss BJ Gray, and we're just going to have girl talk. You know, I get a lot of rave reviews on those girl talk conversations that we have. So we're going to talk a little girl talk. We're going to talk about the children and mentoring and, you know, basically just growing up and, you know, when is it time to stop being a teenager? Good question, right? So I'm going to go into this quick commercial break. Don't leave me. I'll be back right after these messages.
Hey folks, welcome to Eddie Pruitt Ford right here at Hartselle, Alabama, where everybody in the Tennessee Valley knows that we're your low price leader with great service. But don't you worry a little bit when that warranty runs out and those high repair bills start to roll in, how much that's going to cost you. Well, at Eddie Pruitt Ford, we've got that covered. You're going to have the peace of mind of knowing that every vehicle on the lot, new or used, is going to come with a free lifetime powertrain warranty. That's engine, transmission, drive axle, free and exclusive only.
Barbecue Smokehouse.
I just love the owner and the people that work here, and they have the best everything. They got the best barbecue sandwich. I really love it. I love their pinto beans. Their chicken and dumplings are just out of this world. And every time I'm by here, I gotta stop and get some.
I love eating here because they have the best peach pies.
The Barbecue Smokehouse. Great pork and chicken. Point Mallard Parkway in Priceville.
Welcome back to the LBS, the hottest, the biggest, the baddest talk show of the South. I am the fiery diva, keeping the airwaves hot on your favorite station. Want to thank you guys once again for joining me, and want to thank everyone who came out to the block party we had in Mason Court. A lot of people know it as Sparkman Home. I mean, that place was swarming with kids. We had horses out there, and it's so funny, Miss BJ, when we were out there, you know, I had a company to donate some popsicles. And the popsicles, they were like sour apple, and everybody that was there, grown people, kids, everybody's mouth was green. It was so funny. You could tell what they had been eating. But anyway, thank you guys for all the support of the kids table and all of the kids table endeavors. And I'll keep you guys posted on the next soup kitchen in July. And I'm not real sure where I'm going to be in Madison County. And then, of course, you know, we've got one in Morgan as well. So I'll keep you posted. It's still a little too early, but I will let you guys know. Miss BJ, thank you so much for coming up.
Oh, anytime. You know, you were talking about your block parties. It's those games that keep the kids coming back.
They love those games. And you know what, Miss BJ? The sad thing was, I had to remind the adults that it's for the kids. First started, we had this building called the Old Schoolhouse, you know, back at my church. And baby girl, you know, they were, you know, I remember the first lady of the church at that time, she was holding baby girl. She couldn't even walk, you know, and I was, you know, setting up games and everything. At that time, it was like a Halloween carnival, but that was my first event. And I didn't realize, but anyway, I was feeling some kind of way because when I first started, I was living in government housing, and I started with my children. You know, it was my children and my nephews. It was just them. And I mean, we had, you know, that same game that I had out there in the park, if you guys were there. That's what I used to do in my living room, you know, and giving stuff away, you know. So
it's a prime example that if you focus and stick with the thing, it will grow and it will last. I think that's what happened to too many of us. We got too many things going on. You go, I've been working and busy and working, and what do I have to show for it? If you do it, focus, stick with it, it will grow. It will grow. It's the law of the land.
Oh my goodness,
It's
ma'am,
long
you are
land.
preaching. And
Yeah.
for those who have just tuned in, you're tuning into the LBS, the hottest, biggest, baddest talk show of the South. We are talking with Miss BJ Gray, and we are having some girl talk. And you know, Miss BJ, you know when but the main thing that really hit me was the first block party. Any event that I had, and I didn't have my children. My children without not one. Right. You know, they have jobs. You know what I mean? You know, they're driving. You know, so they weren't interested.
They're not little babies.
No. You know, at least
Yeah.
baby boys, somebody was supposed to be with me. But I didn't have not one child with me. So, you know, I'm feeling some kind of way, and I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe it's time for me to retire. You know?
The words said, train up a child in the way it should go, and they will soon depart from
Yes,
you.
and you know, I was talking with my mom. I told my mom, and then, you know, my aunt, you know, my TT, hey, Aunt Bay, hope she's watching. But I was talking, and my Aunt Bay, she says, get used to it. Get used to it, because the kids ain't going to want to be bothered with you now, you know, just like you don't want to be bothered with your parents. You know, what a hard reality.
And that's the reality. I know people have been looking at things on the YouTube lately.
Yes.
And we all watch YouTube.
Oh,
Everybody
yes.
watch YouTube.
Yes.
And some of the things that happened. Did you see the incident with the girl and all of that?
I
happened?
did. Where, I mean, these girls couldn't have been no more than, what, 10, 11?
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, 2 girls jumped on one. What in the world? I mean, really? I mean, and this is not something in New York or Chicago. I mean, this is right at your back door, ladies and gentlemen.
Mhm.
This was local.
Yeah.
So, I mean, where, you know, where are we coming to? Because, you know, that's another reason I do the block parties and things like that, trying to bring on a positive change in the community.
Right.
But that right there kind of sets me back a little bit. It really hurts
Mm-hmm.
to see that these kids are where they are.
And people think it's entertainment, and they think it's of great interest, and this is what's going to grow. We're seeding it in the ground now.
Yes.
This violent behavior.
Mm.
But where are the children getting it from?
Mhm.
And why is it so prevalent? Why do we keep seeing these things happen over and over? Why do we see them? Maybe it's because everybody wants to be a teenager.
Oh,
Where are the grown
Miss
folks?
BJ.
That's what I say. Where
We're
are the
gonna
grown
go
folks?
into a quick commercial break because she has opened up a can of worms. Okay, we'll be back right after these messages. Don't go away.
It's hard, yeah. I made it over. Had it hard, yeah. I made it over. I've had it so hard.
Miss Nettie Faye Sharpley was born May 8, 1944, in Morgan County to the late Ollie and Georgia May Lundy Orr. She departed this life June the 11th, 2014, at Huntsville Hospital. She was united in holy matrimony to her late husband, Frank Emerson Sharpley. She leaves to cherish her memory 5 children. Visitation for Miss Sharpley was held Friday evening, June 13, 2014, from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Memorial services were held at 1 o'clock Monday, June 16, 2014, at Kingdom Hall Jehovah's Witness in Hartselle, Alabama, with Brother Johnny Crowder officiating. The family would like to thank each and every one of you for the many acts of kindness shown through this difficult time. You have made life so much easier to bear. Special thanks to Brother Johnny Crowder. May Jehovah God bless you. Gloria Jean Jones was born May 20th, 1957, in Decatur, Alabama, to the late Eugene and Annie Grace Allens Brackens Jones. She departed this life June the 12th, 2014, at her residence. Gloria was a graduate of Austin High School and later attended Alabama A&M. She was a dedicated mother. No matter the situation, she always put her children first. Miss Gloria Jean confessed hope in Christ at an early age. A celebration of life was held Wednesday, June the 18th, 2014, at Westside Missionary Baptist Church with the Reverend Leroy Clark Jr. officiating. Special thanks to all of those who helped ease the burden during the difficult time. A special thanks is extended to Dr. Bert Williams, Trevia Hayden Williams, Peggy B. Allen, Kalinda Buford, and Leslie Fletcher.
I've had it so hard, yeah. I made it over. Jane, I made
Well, we always keep it real.
Back to the LBS, the hottest, the biggest, the baddest talk show of the South. I am the Fiery Diva, keeping the airwaves hot on your favorite station. Thank you guys for joining me once again. Time winding down just a little bit, but not quite yet. But before we had actually gone into commercial break, Miss BJ brought up a very valid point. Everybody wants to be a teenager.
Everybody wants to be a teenager. You know, everybody wants to look like they're 21. And it's not so much that they want to look like they're 21, they want to act like they're 21.
Right.
And the question is where are the examples for the children? If everybody's a teenager, what examples do the children have?
They don't. They don't. And you know something, this is what I would say to my sisters of all races. It's time, you know, our time is up.
Oh.
A long time ago.
Go
You know, it's done. You know, we had our time where we wanted to be salt and pepper. Trust me, I had the haircut. You know, I had that haircut. Okay, the ripped jeans and everything, and I wanted to be Janet Jackson with the key earring. You know what I mean? The loop dancers, you know what I mean?
I wanted to be Tina Turner, y'all.
Hush your mouth, girl. Woo! Okay, what's girl got to do with it?
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, Tina. But Tina was bad, though.
But everybody has to grow up.
Exactly. But I said all that to say, it's done. We've had our fun. This is it. We've had our fun, but it's time to raise these kids, y'all.
That's right. It's kind of like it's time to pass the baton.
Yeah, pass it.
It's just like this. A woman my age and stage and maturity, it's time for me to pass something on so that you can continue to run the race. But if I don't have anything to pass on,
yes,
what are you going to run with?
I don't have anything.
Everything just stops because you have nothing to run with. I said, go run, sister. Go. What am I running with? But we have to leave something. We have to show something that our younger women in particular, I just talk about women and children, that they have something to run with.
That's right.
And showing that stuff and glorifying it on YouTube and all other killings and stabbings that our young people are doing. When I look in the newspaper and I see somebody 34 years old having a funeral, I go, something's wrong with this.
Yes.
Our children should never go before us. But where are the examples?
Where are the examples? And then, too, you know, we were talking about the children and the violence and things like that. But, Miss BJ, let's back it up a little bit. You've got grown women that are fighting. I mean, they are fighting, and more than likely, there's a man in place.
Yeah.
It's a man in place. But they, having it out, knocked down, drag out, fighting. So, you know what, when the kids see that and mama acting crazy, of course, they don't have any other examples.
Right. This is how I solve my problem.
This is it.
I beat you down.
Kick your behind. Yeah. We're going to mess it up. You know what I mean? So, that's where we are with our children. And, like I said, ladies, it's over. Yeah, you may look good for 30. You may look good for 40. You may look good for 50. But boom, here's the reality. You're not.
You're not.
You're not 20. You might, girl, you don't look, I get that all the time.
Yeah.
But I am.
Where's the maturity? Where's
Yes.
the wisdom?
That's right.
It's not about a look, but where's the maturity and where's the wisdom?
And I'll say something else. If you really want to know, ladies, I advise all of my sisters that's watching this show today, if you really want to know where that wisdom is, you need to get with you an older lady. Have them in your circle.
Yeah.
See, the young women your age, they don't know anything.
Yeah.
They can't teach you anything. And I remember my aunt, my great aunt, told me, she says, Nick, you got an old soul. Because I have, my bestie, she's older than I am. All the women that I am around are older than myself.
That's a good move. That's a good move.
And I learn off of them. And not only that, if you have an older man, whether it's white, black, or whatever, there's some wisdom there.
Yeah.
Somewhere. They can teach you about these younger men and what to look out for.
Yeah.
But
do we have that today? Do we have men coming to a level of maturity today that will have something to pass on? Do we have women today that have something to pass on like those that passed it on to us. And that is the question.
Yeah.
You know, if the ages that should be gathering the wisdom, saying to society, I don't talk to those old folks, they don't know nothing. They keep living in the past. But it's the past that makes the present. But it's the ones that have to carry the torch that can shape the future. I'm going to say that again. It's the past that makes the present. But it's the ones that's here today that's going to shape the future.
Amen.
And what do you have to pass on?
You know, we can sit here and we can say, oh, well, you know, they don't know anything, and you know, I don't fool with old folks. They get on my nerves. I'm telling you.
Keep talking that old stuff.
Yeah, you keep on, because keep on living. Either you're going to be a pretty corpse, or you're going to, you know, you're going to age. You know, and until we start accepting that, you know, I see the saddest thing. This is the saddest thing that I see. I see women that are about my age, and I mean, honey, they have the attire of a 20-year-old, a 30-year-old, and they think, and yes, they probably do have the shape. And I'm not saying, I'm not saying, oh, we'll cover everything up, but you can be so classy.
Yeah,
you can be classy. You can be classy with it, but you have them, and you know they feel like that they are. You know, well, I know I still look good. I still got it.
But you don't look 20, honey.
But you don't look 20. You know, okay, and believe you me, no, and we got to do a show on this too. You know, not quite time for me yet, but we're going to do a show on it because somebody asked me to do a show. But what they don't realize is Miss Minnie is around the corner. You know who Miss Minnie is?
Miss Minnie Pauls?
Nobody wants to talk about
that. That's what she's talking about. You mean those girls that sweat?
Exactly. Moose
I
wings?
have no idea what
You know what I mean?
Oh, that's so Ella.
But it's time for us to pass the torch, and you know, and let's try to raise these kids. And when I say raising kids, because I thought, hey, you know, that's why I was feeling some kind of way. I was like, well, I can just retire. You know, my kids are big and grown now.
That's
but,
right.
But, you know, when I did that block party, you know, the kids, I was setting up the games or something. I was just doing something over there, and I heard a little girl count down, and I just heard she was saying, 1, 2, 3, and they just all yelled, "Thank you."
Oh, that's wonderful. Appreciate
that paid the price.
Yeah.
And it wasn't coerced by an adult. See, there was no adult over there. But they did that on their own.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, Lord, I hear you.
So you see, there are solutions out there
Yes.
to these problems and these concerns. And, you know, and that's what I want to spend the rest of my life on. What are the solutions to some of these needs and problems and concerns? All of us know the problems.
We know the problem.
Now, although we may have this skip generation that folks say that we have, okay, those of us that know the difference, how can we come up with solutions? How can we stop our kids from fighting? What's the solution?
Teach them love.
Yeah, teach them love.
And you know what I'm seeing right now? People that are pretty well off. You know, they have made it. But Miss BJ, they will not, and I repeat, they will not come back. They will not come back to the community. They will not. They absolutely refuse. And the ones that are in administration, that, you know, whenever somebody tries to do something, they'll set up a roadblock to keep you from doing it. I'm not going to do it, so neither are you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's part of the problem there. We make it and then we leave. No.
Yeah.
And, you know, we still got kids here that need you.
Right. And then the kids grow up and they leave. So then you say, there's nothing in the ground to come up. And why are the cities dying? Because there's nothing in the ground to come up.
That's right.
That's why it's
No
dying.
good seed.
No
being
good
sown.
seed. It just goes away. With the problems and the needs and the concerns we have, let's find the people with the answers to the problems. We have always been able to come up with problems. I was so proud of you with the kids' table and all of the work. This woman worked, you all of the work that you did. And when I looked at those children smiling and laughing, and I looked at the old people coming up for food, not just for the fun.
Yeah.
And the idea that through the grace of God, that's the only thing I can say, and some people that's really helping you, there was more than enough there. But I saw you as a young woman working, not just profiling, y'all. She worked.
Hair,
Made me get up. I said, I need to get up and help my sister. She was working and sweating and patting.
Woo, lashes and everything.
See, that's a solution.
Yes, ma'am.
That's a solution. For those kids, there was no arguing, there was no fighting. They just had fun. So those are the kind of solutions that we need to come up with some of the things so that we can have something to pass on.
That's right. That's right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is about my time, and I do appreciate yours. But I wanted to say this before we close out, though. But another thing, if you've got kids at home like I did, I had small children, invite some of their friends over. That's not your house anymore. That's no longer your home. That home belongs to those children.
Yeah.
And you have got to make it available for their friends to come over. So, yes, solutions, And, pull out your grill, ladies.
Yeah.
Get your little small grill and grill some turkey hot dogs.
Turkey hot dogs.
Turkey hot dogs. Beef is, it'll be okay.
Help
But
people,
grill,
help
yes, a grill, that's where it starts.
That's where it starts.
That's where it starts.
We used to call them yard parties.
Yes. Oh,
And,
okay.
yard parties where you just turn the record player on and everybody would come to your yard to dance.
Well, I didn't know that's what it was called, but I guess I've been doing yard parties for years.
And the parents would sit around and they would
Yes.
see who was dealing with who.
Yes,
And I
ma'am.
can remember my father, I was dancing with this guy, I was just getting down. And after the thing was over, he said, I'll never want to see you with him again.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. And he said, because he's this, and this. And the fella ended up on the bad end because he was a bad boy.
Daddy knew. Huh?
Mm-hmm. Daddy knew. He was cute. Yeah. Wouldn't have had that opportunity to have that yard party.
Mm-hmm.
The wisdom
Right.
would not have been there.
And Daddy wouldn't even met him.
No. Wouldn't.
Had you
definitely
not had the
Yeah.
yard party. I never looked at it like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you have an opportunity to meet people. So I want to encourage you ladies and gentlemen too. Guys too. Because there's some guys out here that can really grill, man.
Yeah.
They can really cook. You've got children, even if you're not with the mom or whatever, hey, go over to the mom's house and say, hey, look, I'm having this for the kids. I
Yeah.
want to use the apartment for my children, invite their friends over.
Because I want to see who their friends are.
Exactly.
I want
Woo!
to see who
Ladies
their
and
friends
gentlemen, we gotta go. I'll be back to close this out. Don't go anywhere. I'll be back to close this out. Thank you so much for tuning into the LBS, the hottest, the biggest, the baddest talk show.
Hi, and welcome to Bad News Barbecue. You need to come down here. The ribs are succulent and tasty and juicy. The pork is off the chain. The turkey is spicy. You will love it. We'll see you soon.
I'm Priscilla Kelly, and I'm the manager here at Bad News Barbecue. Not only do we have great food, but we also help different organizations with their fundraising events. We also do catering for different family reunions and also business organizations. So please come on out and let us help you with your church, your school, or local nonprofit organization. And we'll also cater your family
What do we have going on here?
I just got through cutting up some ribs that I prepared for my customers. I marinated them overnight and smoked them for about 4.5 to 5 hours.
Well, Chris, now you do fundraisers as well, right?
Yes, ma'am. We have a little program that we use that will guarantee to help whatever your organization is to earn money for you, and we also make money doing so. And it's a cost share program, but it don't cost the organization anything to do.
Okay, you work with churches, schools.
Yes, ma'am. We've done a couple of churches and we have done a couple of events for some schools, and we're going to reach out to more people because it's a very simple program and it can help you earn money.
Okay, and tell us where you can be reached.
I can be reached by 256-653-6893, and I'm located off of Oakwood Avenue on Gray Street. 1217 is the address.
It really doesn't get any better than that, ladies and gentlemen. We're at Bad News Barbecue, where actually the sauce is not needed. They're cooked to perfection. Enjoy them a lot. You should come down and see them at 1217 Gray Street off of Oakwood Avenue.
This portion of the show is brought to you in part by Melonhead Fabrications. We specialize in all of your welding and fabrication needs. We build race cars, we build grills, anything dealing with metal. we can build it for you. Give us a call, 256-585-1756. Again, that number is 256-585-1756. That's Melonhead Fabrications, located at 2908 Pike Avenue, Huntsville, Alabama, right off of Sparkman Drive. Give Derek Jamar a call, 256-585-1756 or 256-682-4512. Melonhead Fabrications, where we're making all of your dreams come true.
Out of time, ladies and gentlemen. However, I do appreciate yours. Thank you so much for tuning into the LBS, the hottest, the biggest, the baddest talk show of the South. It is the time that I know a lot of you guys are waiting for. You guys love this portion of the show, and I do too. It's called Diva I Want It, okay? And I want you to text me right now. But I'm going to see where your hearts are. Okay, let me see where your heart is, okay? Because the gift cards that I'm giving away, well, they were left over from the block party. The one we had in Mason Court, we had a wonderful time, massive turnout. You know, it was great. Pines Park, we had a wonderful time there. And I'm going to see where your heart is as far as the children are concerned. I got some Applebee's gift cards that I want to give away, and it is for the children, okay? Text me right now, okay? Tell me what you like about the show, or just text Diva I Want It, okay? Yeah, but I'm up for new ideas. Whatever you want to talk about on the show, just let me know, okay? But Diva I Want It, 256-566-5854, and that is Applebee's. It is for the children. And I have a stack of these bad boys. These are Wendy's Frosty cards, okay? Got a stack of those, okay? So text me right now, Diva I Want It, and just give me your ideas, give me your opinions, or as the LBS. And I do want to remind you of LBS Gospel. Yep, getting a lot of good response out of that as well. People are loving that show, and I'm enjoying doing it for you. Okay, but I got to move on, ladies and gentlemen. I can't babble on. Okay, what about Jack's? Yeah, we got Jack's cards here. We got some breakfast cards, egg and cheese biscuits. Okay, Jack's, okay? And this is for the adults, yeah. I guess I'll throw something in there for you guys, okay? And then we've got regular biscuits also, okay? So text me right now, 256-566-5854. And last but certainly not least, we do have a stack of these bad boys as well. Ryan's, yep, I've got a free buffet for a child. Yep, a child under the age of 11. Okay, free buffet for them, so you don't have to pay for it yourself. Okay, text me right now, 256-566-5854. Also have Be Our Guest cards. I'm telling you, we really got a lot of donations, ladies and gentlemen. We had so many things we were giving away at both block parties. But I got Be Our Guest cards, and these are compliments of Chick-fil-A. Yep, these are kids' meals, okay? So text me right now, 256-566-5854. I want to hear what you think of the show. Or just Diva I Want It, okay? But thank you so much for tuning in to the LBS, the hottest, the biggest, the baddest talk show